Hello, YouTube. It is the evening of April 26, 2020, and I'm Adam coming to you with thehighestreturn.com. Today I want to talk to you about a somber subject. It is about whether investing in stocks is sinful. I would like to go through my thoughts and also some tools you can use to avoid companies that do things that you think are immoral. There are a lot of ways that you can invest money. You can invest in real estate. You can rent out your properties. You can buy stocks. And all of these ways that you can invest money have choices. For example, if you're renting out a house, you have a choice on how you want to rent it out. Are you going to be fair in who you choose to rent your house to? Are you going to be lenient? Or are you going to be super strict? Are you going to charge over market value or under market value? These are all things that are economic and moral decisions. And then finally, what you do with the money that you make is also a decision that you have and you have to make. And unlike real estate, with stocks, you really just have the choice of what you buy and at what price. So without further ado, I'm going to go through one of the tools you can use to filter the stocks that you're about to buy to make sure it doesn't run contrary to your beliefs. So first one I'm going to look at is MGM. If you don't know, MGM Resorts owns a lot of casinos. For an investor that didn't know that they were a casino company, there's this tab on the far right called Sustainability. If you click on Sustainability, this one, MGM says that it has a low environment risk score, a higher societal risk score, and then a very high governance risk score. What the environment risk score stands for is how polluting is it? Does it create noxious fumes? Anything the EPA should be concerned about? That would be covered in environment risk score. So oil companies, chemical companies will have a higher number here. Social risk score is, do they employ people in basically sweatshops or outsource it to a lot of little third-party companies that they don't have oversight of? That would be under the societal risk score. And let me just go scroll down here. Let me just move my face here. All right. So product involvement areas on the right-hand side here. Alcoholic beverages, no. Significant involvement, no. I'm not sure if they're right about that. I mean, who goes to a casino and doesn't drink, right? Adult entertainment, no. Well, okay. Gambling, yes. So, gambling is marked as true for this company, and none of the other ones are. Tobacco products, animal testing, controversial weapons. And, this is actually a surprisingly small score. I would have thought it would be larger. Let's just take a look at another one of my favorite companies, Raytheon Technologies. So, if you don't know, I think Raytheon merged with, UTX, United Technologies. And now they're called Raytheon Technologies. And they've been doing quite well since they merged, except for the COVID-19 crisis. They have a really good dividend. Actually, I have shares in this company. Besides the fact, let me just go back to sustainability. All right. So this is also moderate controversy level. Environment risk score is higher because it actually does have factories and it creates things. It uses chemicals. Societal risk score is high, and then governance is low. And I want to say it's low because they get government contracts, and there's less of a risk of the government shutting this company down versus shutting down gambling, for example, changing the gambling laws. So you can see that control weapons is yes. And let me go in. This is just amazing to me. I'm going to go to Apple. And can you guys guess whether the controversy is higher or lower than Raytheon or MGM? Guess? Okay. It is higher. They marked it as a 3 instead of a 2. Their environment risk score is very low. They produce very little pollution. Their societal risk score is quite high, and their governance risk score is high. And let's just see what they've marked true here. Yeah, they don't get involved in any of these things that are common problems. I want to say their societal risk being high has to do with their stuff being made overseas and the conditions that they're made in. I hope this helps a little bit if you're trying to research something. Let me just look at a tobacco company real quick. Let's go Philip Morris. It's a 3. So if you're interested in finding the 5s, because so far we've only seen 2 and 3s, you can actually use their stock screener. So if you add a filter, it's under here, you can say highest controversy. All right, we want the controversy to be at least 4. There's only 21 companies that have a 4 controversy. Johnson & Johnson. This is kind of surprising to me. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness. Severe controversy level. Johnson & Johnson. Animal testing. Okay. Catholic values. All right, so Catholic values stands for, well, it means that the company's involved in either abortion, contraceptives, or stem cell or fetal tissue research. So we don't know what exactly. I don't know off the top of my head whether it's the contraceptives or fetal tissue stuff that they're involved in. It doesn't really tell you. Let's look at some more. Wells and Fargo and Company. Yes. They have a blight on their record from when they were opening fake checking accounts for people. Petroleum companies, copper corporations. Well, yeah, when you mine copper, you have to dig a huge hole in the ground. Equifax, that's interesting. Oh, there was the Equifax scandal, the data breach. Freeport-McMoRan is yet another copper mining company. Mitsubishi Motors. Bausch Health Companies. So yeah, here are the highest risk in terms of societal risk, or where people have ethical concerns. This tool is not perfect. I didn't see Dow Chemical on that list, even though they helped make Agent Orange. I didn't see, what's that seed company? Monsanto. And we all know that they had their share of controversy. So it's not a perfect system, but you should be able to use it to see if they're involved in industries that you're opposed to at the current time.